everybody, welcome back to Christravaganza. You're about to get into the Scott Pilgrim video, and I know many of you have been waiting for a very long time for this, and believe me, I have too. It took me so long just to get to Scott Pilgrim, and then another period of so long to get to edit Scott Pilgrim that there are a few things that I forgot. I had 5 friends watch this movie with me. I really should have had 6 so that we could have 7 evil exes and 7 people watching the movie, but 6 already was a lot. I forgot to mention in the footage that I was watching a movie with somebody. Anybody. I forgot. To be fair to me, we had to film this video twice. There was a technical difficulty, which I caused, that made it so that the first round of footage was completely unusable. That being said, the next clip that you're going to see has very low audio. There's nothing I can do about it because it was taken on security cam at my friend's house. This is just a warning to let you know to not turn your volume up for that clip because there is such a drastic difference in how loud the clips are between the security cam footage and the rest of the video that I just don't want to cause you pain. I think the only other thing that I wanted to address here was to thank the friends that I had watched this movie with, especially because they let me film them twice when they didn't have to. Thank you guys. Thank you so much because this video would not be what it is if you hadn't stuck around with me. So let's get right into Scott Pilgrim.
So I'm just gonna say this now before I get like a weird Groundhog Day type nightmare later on. This is the second time we're doing this because someone who just hit the camera
you're good. It didn't.
No, it's fine.
We're good.
I'm glad.
didn't turn the mic on, so yeah.
That's you.
Yeah. All right, time for the intros.
I'm Angel. You guys should know that by now. E.T. also been in a few videos.
Whoa, I introduced my...
All right.
You know who it is. It's your boy. It's me. I'm back again. For Anna Kendrick and no one else.
I'm Andrew.
I'm Brittany. And
I'm Gabby.
She's new, but she's known Paige the longest. So
Gabby and I went to high school together. We went to film school together.
Film school.
Hello everybody. Today I watched Scott Pilgrim because Chris Evans is in this and I feel like a lot of people forget about that. Scott Pilgrim is from 2010, which it dates itself, and it was directed by Edgar Wright, who also did Hot Fuzz and Shaun of the Dead. Like really kind of iconic, memorable films. And I think this is one of them. And if you don't know what Scott Pilgrim is about, where the hell have you been for the last 9 years?
I didn't know what it was about.
That's your own problem.
For the last 9 years.
Scott Pilgrim is about a young man named Scott Pilgrim, believe it or not. But he has instant attraction to this girl, Ramona Flowers, and when he decides that he's interested in dating her, he has to defeat her evil exes, and there are 7 of them. Quite like deadly sins.
Boo. Boo. Get out of here. It's a good try and I respect it, but boo. I'm gonna try and keep this compact. Pros.
My first one is the video game opening. I thought that was cute little callback to video games. The first song that Scott's band plays is called
Launchpad McQuack. That's not the actual title.
He's everybody's friend.
So I thought the transitions and the cinematography was all real quirky and interesting. I thought it had some really creative stuff that was going on there.
They were really successful in what they were doing. The whole movie knew what it wanted to be, went for it, and did it well. We respect that.
The sound effects as words.
Yeah.
Was really cool.
Wallace Wells.
Wallace.
Yeah.
My babes.
What's the actor's name?
Kieran Culkin?
Kieran Culkin was fantastic. Perfectly cast as Wallace Wells.
Yes.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I loved every time they showed them waking up, and Scott would sit up, and then Wallace would sit up, and then whoever Wallace was with would sit up, and then at one point another guy sat up, and you're like, Wallace, I love it.
And one of them was Stacy's boyfriend.
Yeah. Stacy and Wallace are really close. They gossip together, but he steals her boyfriends, and it's really funny.
Wallace, again?
It is
She
what it
must
is.
not really care that much about
No,
it.
she-
No, but she's just again, really?
Every time she calls Scott about something, he's like, "How did you hear this?" She's like, "Wallace," and then it shows him on the other phone. Even when he came out and he was like passed out, asleep.
He's not even conscious.
Open.
Kim is Scott's ex-girlfriend, but also the drummer in his band.
Scott, if your life had a face, I would punch it.
Yeah. Wait, what?
There's like one moment that Kim has that I really hate every time I watch this movie, but other than that, I really like Kim. And I know if it was made now, Kim would not have done the thing that I don't like.
I liked the names, the alliterative names. We've got Wallace Wells, Stephen Stills, and Lucas Lee, Chris Evans.
The reason we watched the movie.
Of course.
Oh, okay. The reason they watched the movie.
The cast, I mean, since we're talking about that, every cameo was so good.
Star-studded. And especially, I always forget his name. The tall guy with the glasses. He was in New Girl. He was also in The Office. He's the guy who initially talks to Scott at the party about Ramona. Him.
Yeah.
Favorite. Well, third favorite.
Not her.
Franklin.
Nelson Franklin, you're a real one.
And Allison Pill, right?
Allison Pill,
Yes.
yeah.
She's in a lot of stuff and she pulls it all off.
Julie is the embodiment of customer service workers, and we just really appreciated that, just all around.
Do you have anything by the Clash at Demon Head?
Have you tried the section marked The Clash at Demon Head?
She's also played by Aubrey Plaza, so like, plus there.
Snack.
She's just all of us working at the store.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
customer service queen.
And she's got like, what, 3 or 4 jobs, and Scott is like,
Is there anywhere you don't work?
They're called jobs, something a f***ball like you would know anything about.
The actress who, amazing, like to the point where I hated Knives, and I forgot I hated Knives after reading the comics. But then I was like, damn, I don't hate Knives with the actress. It's just she does such a good job.
Yeah, and you like, she gets the bad end of the deal in this one, you know, like she gets cheated on and she gets pushed to the side. So, I mean, she's 17, so she has a teenager emotional response to it. But at the same time, you're like, Scott's not that great of a guy and he did this to you, so go off the rails a little bit. I give you that. Like, it's fair.
You're too good for him. Run.
I liked when they were at Ramona's house and she was making him tea and she lists all these teas, which you said that they like offered to write them up, but she said no, I'll memorize them all.
Blueberry, raspberry, ginseng, sleepy time, green tea with lemon and honey, liver disaster, ginger with honey, ginger without honey, vanilla, almond, white truffle, blueberry, chamomile, vanilla, walnut, constant comet, and Earl Grey.
I stumble over my own words, so I couldn't imagine like just rambling off.
I would have been like, we have a lot.
I liked that they went with the sleepy time tea because that's a good tea. It does put you to sleep.
And
So-
to say this for the second time, the superior tea was Earl Grey, the drink
Captain
of
Picard.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Scott accepts no as an answer when Ramona changes her mind about sleeping with him.
I don't want to have sex with you, Pilgrim.
Well, this is nice. Just this.
It's like the one endearing thing about Scott.
But I like the fight scenes. Very Street Fighter. Hey, yeah. There you go. Like one move at a time, but I don't know, it flowed. How did it flow?
Lucas Lee.
I want to have as adopted babies.
That's it. I don't know what else I could say except that he's perfect and amazing. Why are you fanning?
I am fanning her again from off screen.
All of Lucas's stuntmen are actually Chris Evans' stuntmen, or at least were, 9 years ago. I just love Lucas Lee. He's the reason that we watched the movie tonight, so.
No, I'm sorry. No. Anna Kendrick is the reason why we watched this movie tonight. Chris just happened to be there. Okay.
This whole thing is about Chris.
It's really not. The next pro, Anna Kendrick. Like she's the top of the list, the middle of the list, never the bottom of the list. Because you're a star.
I liked when they were talking about Ramona. It gave me very much Mean Girls, Regina George vibes when they were like,
I heard she has a boyfriend.
Yes, I'm now back in New York.
I heard she kicks all kinds of ass. She has men dying at her feet.
I was really waiting for like the one time she punched me in the face. It would have fit in this movie so perfectly.
For sure.
I really liked that Ramona continuously corrected Scott when he was like,
You have 7 evil ex-boyfriends? 7 evil exes, yes.
exes, Scott. Stop being heteronormative. Although, Ramona also has her own heteronormative moment, and it's not good. But what is good is the fact that Todd's a vegan, and it's not really that Todd is a vegan, it's just like the play on veganism.
Didn't you know? Todd's vegan.
The
Vegan police.
Yes.
Vegan police. Oh my god.
Brian O'Malley. Do it. Don't be a coward. Make a whole comic series about him. Buddy cop style.
I want like the police academy, but with the vegan police. Like that's what I want.
Basically be Hot Fuzz.
But with like a little bit of Men in Black because they have you lose your powers and you get your hair falls and your eyes stop glowing and I loved that scene.
yeah.
Because Envy was so upset. She's like, oh, he's not hot anymore. Like, his hair flopped. And I'm like, really?
I mean, it happens.
Ramona's hammer, because of course I would like the hammer.
I completely forgot to do outfits in the first video. So Envy Adams, the jacket, pro. The entire wardrobe for Chris Evans, pro. The facial hair, pro.
Eyebrows.
Specifically,
Yes.
eyebrows.
The eyebrows ridiculous. Like that's a lot of like muscle control to keep it. Like I've tried to keep my eyebrows up just forever. Like they start shaking.
Your eye starts twitching a little bit.
So am I the only one who thought he looked like Wolverine?
I
No.
think so.
I,
mean,
can, I can see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
after you said that, I kind of want to see him like impersonate the different like heroes in the MCU, because like that would be the perfect Wolverine impression.
When Ramona tells Scott that
Just another evil ex waiting to happen.
that was like, I felt vindicated because Scott's just awful. I don't really know why she wants to date him, but him fighting the exes only starts to turn him into one until
Scott earned the power of self-respect.
Ramona's moment of truth there was good. That's really the point.
The music was really good. It's like a mix of like Canadian indie rock music that like Brian Lee O'Malley was listening to when he wrote the comics, mixed with like Beck. Providing like original songs in the movie.
Show you the sights, you know you wanna ride.
I think that's my favorite part of the movie is the music and the soundtrack.
Yeah, the song that they that Envy sings is like the
it's
best.
so good. I
Oh my
love
God,
that
yes.
track. Yeah. Black Sheep,
Yeah.
yeah.
Hello again, friend of a friend.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about Envy. I need a minute.
Yeah. And then Jason Schwartzman is my last pro. I just like Jason Schwartzman.
Yeah,
Thank
the
you.
thing that's neither a pro nor a con, Michael Cera. Like imagine the color beige dying, and the ghost of that color whispers in your ear. Like a clean sheet of Xerox paper going through like a printer that's like hot, like that smell. It's like
It's hot and it's fresh, but
I can smell it right now.
yeah, I smell it too. Yeah.
Evocative. Like,
like I don't know if he's good at what he's doing, if he's bad. Like
He's playing roles that
Yeah.
fit
he's
him.
doing
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Going right into cons. Scott's dating a high schooler is what the movie opens with.
My main con was that I just didn't really understand what was happening. I wrote, do you have to know the comics to understand? Because nothing really made sense to me and I felt in the dark this whole time. I think it's just a very niche movie made for a specific audience and I'm just not that audience, which is fine. Like, I liked it and there were some really funny parts, but it was just like not my type of movie, but it was clearly Ender's type of movie. But that's fine.
He was having a good time.
Yeah, I'm just really into like the indie rock stuff. Yeah.
And I really like we saw it as a group. I feel like we connected more through the the references and the jokes and the more cringy parts and that kind of thing.
The R word from Kim, really? She's almost perfect as a character, and then you do that? So Sarah and I are of the mind that if this was made now, or like at any point post 2014, Ramona would just be straight up bi and not have a bi-curious phase.
It was just a phase.
Just a phase?
I was just a little bi-curious.
Because that's bullshit. I'm not like mad about Roxy being bi-furious because like same friend. Also like Roxy's main fight outfit just has one whole boob hanging out. There's no function to that whatsoever. There's some pretty serious slut shaming, especially between Roxy and Ramona.
I'm sending you back to Gideon in 1,000 pieces, you slut!
It's not a cute look for like the only queer woman in the movie to be like, oh yeah, my ex-girlfriend's a total slut.
I was gonna say a con that we all came up with was just the word choice that they use sometimes with like the racial slurs,
Yeah.
the gay slurs, the R word.
And you didn't bang her? Are you gay?
Ramona has super transphobic comment about
Let's both be girls.
to Gideon. It's just real shitty. We don't play that game here anymore.
There was a grocery list of like 2000s edgy humor that's not hold up.
I wanted to invite you over for dinner.
Like Chinese food?
The bread makes you fat scene has always made me really uncomfortable. I mean, for obvious reasons, but like,
Bread makes you fat.
Bread makes you fat?
there's a lot of fat phobia in this movie that I kind of forgot about.
She's just a fat-ass white girl, you know? I think you mentioned she was fat.
Ramona works for Amazon. I know it was 2010. I don't like it though.
I think while it's a really good like kind of like roasting of Canadian like hipster culture, it's not a great love story, and I don't think you could go into it like kind of thinking that Scott's scummy, Ramona's a manic pixie dream girl. There's no.
No,
it's-
I
yeah.
romanticized the hell out of this back in the day. I was like, damn, I want a girl like Ramona.
It's
No, I don't.
No.
Because if someone has 7 evil exes, no. 7 okay exes, yeah, things happen.
So the thing
People grow
about
apart.
Ramona being a manic crazy dream girl, that's like a really common critique of the movie.
She changed her hair. She did it without even making a big deal of it or anything. She's fickle, impulsive, spontaneous.
The movie is pretty clear that Scott
Is
thinks that she
projecting
is.
it.
Scott's
Yeah,
definitely projecting
100%
it, and it's
so.
like he doesn't get her, and that's why they
Yeah.
constantly have disagreements throughout
Yeah.
this movie, which is another reason that I don't think that they would work out at all.
I think too there's one line that it kind of flew under my radar until we're just like talking about this now, but he asks her, which again would not work today.
What did you do to make your ex-boyfriend so insane? Exes, whatever.
It's not her fault, you know, like, and even in this movie, it's not like
It's
Gideon.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Gideon
he's like, let's
established
join
this.
all of our exes together in an evil force.
Yeah,
And then
it's
he
like
even
you don't
does
blame
the
somebody for
whole-
that.
Hey, just out of sheer curiosity and concern for my mortal well-being, is there anyone at this party that you haven't slept with?
Yeah,
That was bad. Yeah.
Yikes.
because the first one she didn't even really date. It was in 7th grade.
Yeah.
So what did she do to make him crazy? Nothing. She was 12.
I mean, I think the only person that I could genuinely say deserved to be angry was Lucas, because she left him for the next
Yeah.
guy. Like she was walking past him
She
and was
explains
like,
that,
"Oh,
yeah.
hey, what up? It's a vegan. Be careful of vegans."
Scott kicks Wallace out of the apartment because
I don't want you ganging up the place.
can you see why Scott is the worst? And then later Wallace comes back and he's like,
Can't believe you're worried about me getting up the place.
that's the only time that I even remotely liked that wording because it's a vindication for Wallace. Scott drags Knives along almost the entire movie because he's just too much of a chicken shit to break up with her when he should.
You have to break up with Knives.
But it's hard.
Be responsible.
I think my big con was the cheating aspect. Scott's trash. Like, I
Yeah.
think we've mentioned that before.
Hashtag Scott's trash.
But we do not stand.
No,
Scott
you
Pilgrim.
do not. You're not supposed to, which makes
Yeah.
you feel a little bit better, but he's just a dumpster fire. And towards the end, he tries to be like,
I hurt you. I cheated on both of you. I'm really sorry.
they kind of accept it, I want to say. I mean, they're both just like, it happened. And then Knives is like,
Go get her.
But what about you?
I'll be fine.
that's the one thing I didn't like about the Knives character was when she started fighting Ramona. Because I was like, Scott, it's not worth it. I think they were kind of playing on that though. Like, she
Yeah.
became his like evil ex.
And it's like his fault because he was like manipulating
Yeah,
her.
and
like,
yeah,
she's
he
underage.
treated her badly. He took advantage of a 17-year-old who was clearly a groupie.
Don't cheat. Don't lie. If you're in a relationship and your partner cheats on you, the person that they cheated with isn't your enemy. The person that cheated is the enemy.
He or she knew about both of you. You know, the other
Yes.
person might have not known, and the person in the relationship knows about both of you, so take it up with them.
The only con about my boy Lucas is that he unironically says
It's called a grind, bro.
No, I thought about
it's the only con.
Not enough Anna Kendrick. Just like 5 more minutes. 15 more minutes. An hour.
20. Yeah.
So
Just-
Anna Kendrick is the main character.
Yeah.
I guess, but I'm not gonna watch her new movie because I don't do scary.
I hated Todd's wristbands so much. You know, wristbands were like in the 2000s. I think I had Fall Out Boy wristbands because it was like 2008,
Oh, I just had a flashback. Okay, go.
right?
Go, keep going. I don't wanna
And they
I don't
were
wanna-
so hot and uncomfortable and itchy, and I just don't understand. I don't understand them as a fashion choice. So our arbitrary rank was our favorite evil ex, and I mean,
Big fan.
Why wouldn't you be?
we came here.
You really don't know about the league?
No.
Oh, well, hey, listen, man, don't worry about it. Let's go get a beer. That's great.
Because Chris Evans is in this movie.
That's not why we're here. Shout out to Anna Kendrick. And Brie Larson.
My favorite of the 7 evil exes is, of course, Lucas Lee. I came here for one reason. It's Chris.
Mine is, what's her name?
Roxy.
Roxy. That's what I named my car. Roxy, played by Mae Whitman, because I love Mae Whitman, and she killed it, and I thought it was awesome.
Mine was Todd the vegan because it was very ridiculous and it was just very funny, and I loved the vegan police. I loved the half and half scene.
Yeah.
Just like loses his power.
Your turn, Gabby.
Oh, it was also Todd. It was beyond what it should have been, and it was great, and I loved every second of it.
All right. So my favorite ex, Amy Adams, because you didn't specify who's ex.
Can I pick Kim then? Like, yeah.
But if we're
The
doing,
7 evil
if we're gonna do
Oh, yeah.
Ramona's, Matthew Patel's eyeliner.
I think it's for me. It's a toss up between Todd, Lucas or Roxy. I think I like them all in very different ways, but I think those are like they're kind of all my favorite.
That's a very Andrew answer.
The IMDb score was a 7.5. The Rotten Tomatoes score was a 7.52. My score was a 6.5. It was good. I enjoyed it. The humor made up for a lot of the really shitty things that are said and done in this movie. And Chris Evans is in it.
Oh, what'd I give it? I gave it a 5 because I felt like I didn't really understand what was happening a lot, but it was pretty funny, so half and half, right in the middle of the road. It wasn't London, but it wasn't Push.
I saw your notes from London and it was just like con.
Yeah. There were like, what, 4 pros?
I gave it a 7 because I really liked the game references, the music. It was fun. I liked it. But nothing like spectacular.
I gave it a 6.5, same. It was campy, it was funny. I really liked watching it all together as a group, but it definitely reminded me of high school. And neither a bad nor a good thing, but it just very, very high school humor.
All right, my score, I gave Anna Kendrick 17 out of 10. But the movie itself, I gave it 7.5 out of 10 because I kept having like a lot of cringe flashbacks, so it kept like bringing down the points for me, but it still holds up pretty well.
I gave it 7. It was a pretty good movie, and with, despite its moments, I think it holds up pretty decently.
My guess average score is a 6.6, and the total point value for Scott Pilgrim is 28.12. It's that high almost exclusively because I have 6 people watching this movie, because The Nanny Diaries is clearly superior. Hi, editing page again, as if this video isn't already enough of a mess. The one thing I forgot to mention in the opening of this video is that because I switched around the preceding and succeeding videos around this one, the next video is Captain America, the First Avenger. We finally made it to Marvel movies. Can you believe? I can't. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please click the bell below so you don't miss any of our future videos. Also, give it a thumbs up for algorithm reasons.
All right, so if you want more videos on good stuff with more Chris Evans and more
Disney,
dope stuff,
intersectional feminism, pop culture critiques, and
Christravaganza, and more.
If you want that, subscribe, stay subscribed, like,
comment.
Don't like it twice because it unlikes it. Share it. Watch it a bunch of times.
The bell.
The bell.
Yeah, that's really
Follow them on Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah.
Patreon. Hey, we haven't talked about the fact that it's 7 evil exes, like the 7 deadly sins, and one of them, I mean, she's not a 7 evil ex, but envy.
Yeah.
Ooh, I never thought of that. I was today years old.
One of us will see you real soon.